What inspires people to make paintings? Painters paint about religion, to teach those that can't read or to glorify the gods. Painters reflect the personality and social status of the people from their society. The sublime beauty of nature has often been a painter's inspiration. Other painters closely observe everyday objects, painting what's known as a still life to display their painterly skill. Artists have made paintings about what they see in their dreams, or to make us question our notion of reality. Some artists hide their meaning in a system of painted codes and symbols. A few artists paint mundane items to mock the seriousness of art and thumb their nose at what they see as snobby highbrow culture. Painting is a way for artists to document historical events important to a country, or to make sure moments that a country isn't so proud of don't become lost. It can also allow artists to comment on the state of politics, calling out injustice or those in power. Abstract painting emerged as artists began to question the very nature of what art could and should be. Art can carry very deep meaning, but sometimes a painting is just a visual experience. What you see is what you get. There are lots of different types of paint: oil paint, acrylic, even paint mixed with eggs called egg tempera. House paint, gouache, encaustic, spray paint, and good old watercolor all serve the artist. Painters use traditional tools like brushes and palette knives, but use all kinds of devices to paint with, even their fingers. Generally, painters paint on canvas, but they also paint on paper, wood, buildings, and even the ceiling. Painters usually do their work in a room called a studio. Okay, we're going to learn some painting vocabulary. While many painters use or combine lots of techniques, here are some common ones. Alla prima is a technique where wet paint is mixed right on a canvas. Often paintings using this technique are completed in a short period of time and have an energetic look. Scumbling is a technique where the artist loads up their brush with color, but applies it in such a way to let the colors underneath show through. Placing small dots of color close to each other is called stippling. Stippling uses the way we see, known as optics, to create the effect. Our eye actually mixes the closely placed dots of pure color to create more complex colors. It is a technique that requires a lot of patience. Impasto technique is when the paint is used in a way that the brushstrokes and thick nature of the paint create nooks and crannies that catch the light in a way that flat paint does not. It feels robust and very physical. Glazing is the exact opposite of impasto. Here the artist builds up thin layers of paint that gradually develop a rich, translucent color. Scratching through a layer of paint to reveal color underneath is known as SGRAFFITO. The artist will use the end of their brush or some other hard instrument to expose the paint below. Blending paint is generally what we think of when using oil paint. Oil paint is good for blending because it dries slowly. SFUMATO is a special way of blending paint where many thin layers of paint mixed with varnish are applied to the surface. It softens edges and creates an atmospheric effect. This technique originated in Holland, but was really perfected by the Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci. There are some steps that artists from the past developed to make their paintings look naturalistic that many artists still use today. But painting is a versatile art. There are no rules. Many artists develop their own techniques to get the look that they want. So why do people paint? For many reasons, but most of all, because it's fun.